Look even better.
Oh yeah, boy, don't do I look good. By the way, tomorrow, I'm glad you brought that up. We have a guy calling in from Thailand who apparently is an expert on getting laid, and he says every guy should get laid. So he is going to be giving specific information to all the men who can't get laid, including myself. It's been 12 years, and he says
Wait a
there's
minute.
no
It was 13 before.
No, I said it was 12. It's been since 2003,
All
early
right.
2003. But anyway, it's for me and for anybody else. This guy apparently he's living in Thailand and he absolutely is hooked up with more Thai women. We'll find out all about it and he writes books on it. He has YouTubes and so he'll be calling in tomorrow. So that's one of the people. And then today, in addition to, of course, hoping that the attorney for Mr. Pusak calls us, uh, we are going to be talking about Coachella, which is a gigantic concert in India that just happened the first weekend, finished up yesterday. They were headlined, I guess, by AC/DC on day one. And of course, we talked to Angus this past week. And I think tomorrow you're going to be gone and we're going to rerun a show tomorrow. Tomorrow will be a tape show. So tomorrow you won't have a live show, but we're going to rerun the Angus show because of the controversial nature. People saying it wasn't Angus. Yes, it was Angus. I don't care what anybody says. So you can listen for yourself if you heard it before or if you didn't hear it. We had Angus from AC/DC on, and people are accusing us of having a guy who was really not Angus calling in. They headlined day one of Coachella. Day two was Jack White, and day three was Drake. And I guess yesterday, I don't know if you heard this, Drake apparently got deep tongue kissed by Madonna on stage.
Oh, really?
She kisses everybody.
She does. She doesn't care if it's a man or a woman.
Right. And Drake, I guess, is 28. Madonna is now 56. So he's double her age. And now they're talking how trashy she is because she kisses Britney Spears. She kisses everybody on stage. And look, you got to do what you got to do. So we'll find out about that from Taylor Hamby, who is the online editor for the OC Weekly. And she was there. She's been to Coachella's every year since 2008. I mean, Coachella's, I'm sorry. And so she'll tell us all about the concert. And there's an article out that claims that it's just a big yuppie fest now and that you can rent for $6,500 your own luxury tent with 2 queen beds, air conditioning, food. They've got all these things for rich people that are there. But I think, I haven't been to Coachella. Have you ever been to it?
No. Mm-mm.
What have you heard about it? I mean, I think it's awesome because they mix all different styles of music.
I haven't heard a whole lot of it, and I think it's because there are some premier artists who go there, but I mean the most recognizable ones. There's not a whole lot of if you listen to pop music, or I listen to a lot of alternative and pop, and so I haven't really heard much about it. So I'll be anxious to hear from Miss Hamby.
Well, I think there actually are. Like I know David Guetta played this year, and I know that. Well, I mean Drake. I mean that's pretty big
Yeah,
time.
yeah. He's just.
And Jack White, I guess, is huge on the alternative scene. I'm not familiar, but they've got so many acts. But
I know that Hozier played there and Kimbra. I mean, there's a few that I really do like, but there's not
yeah,
that many that I'm particularly familiar with.
yeah. Well, Taylor will fill us in, and I'm just going right now to my online thing. This article I found out came out a year ago, and it just bashing Coachella. I mean, look. Here's the way I look at it. I would love to have problems that Coachella supposedly have. 100,000 people going for 2 straight weekends for 3 straight days. Apparently, they made a year ago $67 million. Golden Voice
Wow.
did putting on this concert. 67 mil.
Mm-hmm.
And I know the owner of Golden Voice. His name is Paul Toilette, as opposed to Paul Toilet. And I've known him since the beginning, and he's a quiet guy. You won't ever hear him interviewed. He's from Huntington Beach, California, and he started Golden Voice from nothing, and then Coachella is obviously a major success. So people can criticize it. The picture in this article shows 3 super smoking hot women who they're saying they're idiots, and I mean, to me, it sounds great. But we'll find out from Taylor in a minute. I also want to say hi to this lady, Karen from Redlands, who is going to get the show promoted in the Desert Shopper green and white sheet. Desert Shoppers green and white sheet. Thursday, we're going to have a little ad for the show. For the first time, we're going to get some publicity, see if that gets us a bigger audience. And for people in the Inland Empire, we want you to tell Di and myself, tell us your troubles. Taylor's on the line. Okay, so tell us your troubles. Phone number is 888-909-1050. I'll tell you my troubles, but before we do that, we're going to talk about Kcaa. Taylor Hamby's standing by. We'll take care of some business right now and be back. Find out what Kcaa 2015 is all about.
All legal cases are different. Hiring the right lawyer can make all the difference in the outcome of your case. Whether it's a DUI, divorce, or family law, the law firm of Hanson, Gorey, and Bradford and Hanich has the solution. From misdemeanor to felony offenses, Hanson, Gorey, and Bradford and Hanich have more than 50 years of collective legal experience to win for you. Call right now to schedule a free no-obligation case consultation today. 951-687-6003, 951-687-6003, or see for yourself at hgblawyers.com. Do it now. Have you ever wanted to bring the beauty of the ocean right into your home or office? Or already have an aquarium and just no time to clean it? Let Scuba Steve's Fish take care of that for you, specializing in new aquarium setups and maintenance. That's scubastevesfish.net, 714-600-2739. Check out the website at scubastevesfish.net. That's scubastevesfish.net. Get it? Fish.net. Serving Orange County and parts of the Inland Empire. There's nothing worse than a dirty aquarium. scubastevesfish.net. Are you an actor? Or do you want to be an actor? Get to know the ins and outs of the business from one of Hollywood's top casting agents, Jeff Olin, every Thursday on the new Poor Man Show right here on Kcaa 1050 AM. Tune in for Casting Call with Jeff Olin. Specializing in extras casting, Jeff has what it takes to get good actors the break they need. Starting in the early 90s with Pulp Fiction, Jeff's credits include Grey's Anatomy, Medium, License to Wed, Going the Distance, and more. Check out their Facebook page, Jeff Olin Casting and Productions. And be listening every Thursday for Casting Call with Jeff Olin. With attorney Scott Schwartz, his clients always come first. If you've been injured on the job, he can help. They've been helping people throughout California for more than 50 years, doing it with integrity, and that has earned them an excellent reputation with peers, adversaries, and clients.
Scott did impeccable work on my case, and I would recommend him to friends and family.
He will help you obtain quality medical treatment while he fights for you. Don't face your injury alone. Scott has obtained millions of dollars for injured workers throughout the state. Those workers were able to focus on their recovery while attorney Scott Schwartz took care of the rest. Call right now for a free consultation, 800-550-1836. And remember, you don't pay unless he wins. Scott Schwartz is an aggressive workers' compensation attorney who will work for you. Call 800-550-1836 for an appointment. Get all that's coming to you. Call now so he can get started on your workers' comp case. 800-550-1836 or go to SoCalWorkComp.com. 800-550-1836. Bumpers on the Poor Man Show are provided by Kcaa-Poorman Music. Go to Kcaa-Poorman.com.
All right, we're back here with the Poor Man Show. Again, I want people from the Inland Empire to call me. Tell us your troubles. I'll tell you mine, then I want to help you with yours. 888-909-1050. But first, the biggest music festival, arguably, in the United States every year takes place on 2 weekends here in April. It's Kcaa in Indio at the Empire Polo Fields, I believe it is. And who better to tell us about it than my good buddy, who I used to work with at the OC Weekly before I flaked on my writing duties. Right, Taylor?
Right, man.
It's Taylor Hamby. Now, your official title, are you the editor of the online portion of the OC Weekly? Is that what you do?
That's right.
And you go to Kcaa every single year for all 3 days, right?
I just wrapped up my sixth year here at Kcaa, so I haven't been it every year. But yeah, 6 times.
Wow. And you started, I guess, in 2008, right?
That's correct. Yeah. That
and you're still pretty young. How old are you now?
I'm 24.
Okay, so you were like, what, 17 when you started?
I was, yeah.
Oh boy, that's a great place to be 17, I'm sure.
Oh, it was.
Hey, so what do you think? I sent you the article that I found out came out a year ago because it was sent to me by Kcaa-Poorman, who's helping us with all our production stuff, and he said that the word is going around that Coachella is an oasis. This article says oasis for douchebags and trust fund babies should be avoided at all costs. I haven't ever been to Coachella, but my feeling is the music lineup, I don't care who's there. It's unbelievable. And but I haven't been to Coachella. So what do you think of that article that came out a year ago? And you've been 6 times. Is it just the most amazing concert to you?
Well, Clement, it's easy to rag on Coachella because it is so popular. It was one of the first festivals to do the double weekend thing just because they couldn't accommodate so many people in one weekend. They had to break it up into two. So when something reaches that level of popularity and kind of like a cultural phenomenon, it's easy to rip on it. People who don't go or people who aren't able to go or, maybe won't understand it, it's easy to rag on, especially in hipsters and the type of people that do go, the young people. But I don't necessarily agree with the article. I can see what they're saying. Sometimes it is a bit about being seen or a fashion show to some people, but then there's some people where they're there from 12 in the afternoon to 2 in the morning, seeing concerts and seeing new bands, meeting new people. It's not just about getting your picture in a slideshow or getting a new selfie Facebook profile picture or bragging rights that you're there. For some people, it really is about the music or the art or just the overall experience. So I don't think that's necessarily 100% correct, the article.
Or the 4-person tent that costs $4,700. It's a safari tent that or $6,500. I'm sorry, where you get 2 queen beds and all this air conditioning and stuff like that. That's there too, right?
I mean, that looks plush as heck. I wish I could afford that. I would do it if I could, but I can't.
Right. Where do you usually stay? Do you camp out or do you get a hotel?
Well, I go for work now. I go for covering for the OC Weekly, so we're able to share a little timeshare with the LA Weekly. So we all crash on the floor, pump about 20 people into this little timeshare here in Indio on a golf course that I'm speaking to you now from. But I've camped. I just slept in my car the first year I went. We just parked in the parking lot and slept in our car for 2 days, and it was fine.
No showers or anything, right?
Pardon me?
No showers.
No, there was no showers that weekend.
Hey, tell me something. I want to get into the bands, but I'm sure you've seen some crazy stuff with 100,000 people attending Coachella. What sticks out in your mind? I don't care how graphic it is or whatever, as long as you don't swear on the air. What's the craziest things that you can remember seeing in the 3 days of Coachella over the 6 times you've gone?
The craziest things? You know, I can't really think of anything too crazy other than, what I've seen like on YouTube and stuff like that, like the Naked Wizard video, which was featured in the article that you were referencing, as well as, seeing millions and millions of time on YouTube over the years. That was from 2009.
What was that about?
Who's not aware with it. For anyone who's not aware, that's the a gentleman by the Sahara tent, which is where the EDM music was mostly located at the time. He's standing, and it's known for, drugs and other debauchery. He's standing out in front of that tent, naked as the day he was made, and being talked to by some police officers trying to get him to put back on his wizard robe that he was wearing, and then refusing to, and subsequently getting tased and handcuffed and taken away, which was just a total viral video in 2009. I've never seen anything of that type of proportions.
Are people having sex out in the open?
You hear about that? I've never seen it. I actually wrote an article last year, like the top 5 places you could have sex at Coachella. I think the best place to maybe do it would be on the Ferris wheel, though I haven't tried it out. I can't speak from experience, but I think that would be the most romantic.
Okay, now be honest with me, Taylor. Have you ever had sex while at Coachella?
I have not. So I just researched it. I did not partake. Maybe next year.
Not even when you had a boyfriend?
Nope. We behaved ourselves. It was too hot.
What about drugs? Are there a lot of drugs there?
Oh, absolutely. And you name it, it's there. And there's certain bands. One of our most popular articles on the OC Weekly each year about Coachella is a drug band pairing guide, where we outline popular artists at Coachella and what to take when you're at their set. And that's one of my favorite things that we do every year. But
give me an example of that, of who's been there and what drugs you should take.
Oh, so this year the headliner was AC/DC, so we suggested you take Hell's Bells, which is a hallucinogenic that you can usually find in someone's front lawn.
Love it.
Yep.
What else? Keep going. Give me another one.
Oh, I don't have the article in front of me, but that one was my favorite. Oh, Bad Religion also played. They played at 3 in the afternoon, and since they're just a bunch of aging punk rockers now who kind of live as a straight-laced lifestyle, we just said sobriety.
That's funny. Hey, well, okay, now you got to answer this one honestly. Were you sober the entire time, or were you smashed even though you were reporting at Coachella?
Oh, well, now that I'm on the job, I just drink. But that's brain fuel for writers. I think we do that on our day-to-day job any day. So, I just drank and checked out the new craft beer garden, which is delicious. That's a new feature that they've had in the last couple of years here. But no, when I was younger, I definitely partaked in some herbal refreshments during Roger Waters' set. I mean, it's Pink Floyd, you got it, right?
You're hilarious. Okay, so who have you liked at Coachella this year? You saw Are you going to go again next weekend, or is it just this weekend?
Just this weekend. My coworker Nate Jackson, he's our music editor. He's doing double duty, and so he's a machine. I don't know how he can do it.
Nate, say hi to Nate for me.
I sure will. I'm sure he says, "What's up?"
Is he right next to you right now?
He's inside the house right now working.
That's cool. You guys get a LA Weekly, OC Weekly house. That's awesome. See, if I kept writing for the OC Weekly, I could have been there, huh?
That's right, poor man. You sure could have.
Said I'm in my expensive apartment in New York, whatever that means. But yeah. So who have you liked? That has it been good this year? Have you enjoyed Coachella this year?
I did enjoy it. I think my favorite artists were on Friday and Saturday. As far as performance-wise, I really enjoyed Charles Bradley's set. The old school soul man. He played at 3 in the afternoon on Friday. He really just kicked off the set. I mean, he's I believe 68 years old now, and just killed it. Showed these kids how it's done.
Really? What type of music?
Pardon me?
What type of music is he?
Yeah, he plays old soul. He's been around. He's a soul legend. He's been around for years. And
wow.
Awesome. Great. And the backing band was tight. Awesome. My favorite part of the whole set, he did the most baller thing of the whole weekend. He brought, at the end of his last song, his band kept playing, but he hopped down off the stage and jumped into the photo pit with 24 red and white roses and handed out each of those roses individually to ladies in the audience.
What did he hand out?
Roses.
What?
Roses?
Roses. Red
wow.
and white roses.
And at age 68, he just... Wait a minute. At age 68, he just leaped off the stage like diving into a mosh pit?
There was a security guard that helped him down.
Oh, okay.
That's funny.
That's pretty cool, though, that he did that.
And then another one that really stood out to me was the Alabama Shakes. I knew they were going to be good, and they didn't disappoint. They're a more neo soul, newer. They're younger, but they do great soul music, and they're from Alabama, led by Brittany Howard. She's just a machine. She's a powerhouse. She's got the greatest, most commanding voice, and they played at sunset on Saturday, so that just added a whole different level to the set. It was fantastic. I'll never forget it.
Well, is that the girl who played at the Glass House that you saw recently? I saw you post that on your Facebook page.
Oh, no, Jenny Lewis. Yes, Jenny Lewis from Rilo Kiley was there also on Sunday. I preferred her set at the Glass House, so been out at Coachella. But one really cool thing was she used to be in a band called Rilo Kiley. They were very popular, but they broke up. And her guitarist from Rilo Kiley was playing in his new band at Coachella as well. So they did a little mini reunion since they were both there. So that was a really special moment too.
I heard that. I mean, I just, of course, I just read on Twitter, but apparently Twitter was blowing up with Jack White's performance. Was it good, or was that
was really good? It was solid. I liked it. I thought he would bring out a lot more special guests, considering, I mean, he's really a tastemaker. He's involved with everyone, collaborating with everyone, with his Third Man records or musically, you know. So
who did he bring out?
I didn't see any special guests. I didn't catch his whole set, but I didn't really see anyone. So I thought that was kind of a missed opportunity.
Were you there to see Madonna stick tongue in Drake's mouth?
Oh, I'm so glad I missed that. I mean, I was there, but I did not see the tongue action. Yikes.
Well, I just read that's what happened. Is that what happened?
I did not see the tongue action. If it was, I missed it, thankfully. But no, I saw her come out during his set, and she threatened to take off all of her clothes, and we all yelled, "No, don't!"
Oh gosh!
I was at the only thing I've ever been to, and believe me, I have no level of coolest like you, but I went to the Ultra Music Festival with my son 3 years ago, and I saw her bring out her new release during a Avicii set. So it sounds like she's always globbing on to everybody, huh?
Exactly. I mean, it's cool she can still play with relevant artists today, but that's just kind of what it seemed like. Like, yeah, she just jumped in for one song. I know they had just recently collaborated on her new album, but yeah, she just jumped out for one song, like, tried to, like, do this seductive dance move while Drake sat on a chair and then left and said, "I'm Madonna, B word," and then just bounced.
yeah. At the Ultra, she was swearing on stage, and so with her and Drake, was Drake good? I mean, was his set good?
I'm not a Drake fan, so I can't necessarily speak to that. I didn't even know what he sang until like last night. So.
I know what I wanted to ask you. Did Madonna? She just got on the mic and said, "Do you want me to take my clothes off?" Is that what she said?
I believe the direct quote was, "It's getting hot in here, so let's take off all our clothes." And then she opened up her jacket that she was on seductively, suggestively, and then that to which we all yelled, "No!"
Was the whole crowd yelling no?
Quite a few of us.
I think that's one of his songs, right?
What was that, Di?
That's one of his songs. It's getting hot in here. Let's take off all our clothes.
That's not Drake's song. That's Nelly's song.
Oh, is that Nelly? Okay.
I think that was it was Nelly.
See how much I know?
Yeah.
That's about how much I know.
But when Madonna opened up her jacket, was she nude underneath?
No, she had clothes on, thankfully.
Come on, I bet Nate, your music director at OC Weekly, he's about your age. He'd probably do her.
I don't know. I'll have to ask him.
No, I shouldn't put words in Nate's mouth, should I?
Nate's engaged now, so.
And what else? Any other observations about Coachella this year? What about since you've been in 2008? What's your most memorable? What are your biggest memories of Coachella?
Well, definitely, the first day that I ever went to Coachella, I'd been hearing about it for a couple years, and I finally decided to go. So my first time was 2008, and that's when Roger Waters was playing, and I was going through a big Pink Floyd classic rock period of my life, and so I made sure to get there early, and I got there right before My Morning Jacket, who played before Roger Waters. Right before they got on, I made sure to get right up to the front, onto the barricade, so that I could see Roger Waters up front row. And so that was pretty cool, being able to see such a legend and such a spectacular show that people still talk about to this year. They always talk about the pig flying away and all that good stuff. So that was really cool just to be able to see that legend just that close. I really enjoyed, I think it was 2 years ago, Sigur Rós, who is a band that I've loved for years. They're a beautiful instrumental band from Iceland, and they played at midnight. And so one of my favorite things to do was after a long day in the hot sun, the sun had set, it was midnight, I just laid down on the grass in front of the outdoor theater and just let, like, this beautiful instrumental music just kind of lull me to sleep and take, like, a little nap. That was really peaceful and cathartic for me. And my favorite thing that I have to do every year, eat spicy pie pizza. Best pizza in the whole world, as far as the festival goes, is at Coachella and other festivals around town. But I have to get spicy pie pizza every single year. It's my tradition. I can't live without it.
Spicy fried pizza.
The best.
Do they sell it on the stands there, or is there a specific restaurant at Coachella that you get it?
Yeah, it's just in one of the stands, or it's just in the stands. You've got it in a couple of the beer gardens and a couple of the food courts. It's an institution. It's been there every year that I've ever gone, and it's simple. But the one I always get is the Hot Lips Houlihan, which is just a big, generous heap and slice of cheese with jalapeno and pineapple on it. I had it 3 times this weekend.
Awesome. Well, I think you want to stay on? We got to take a break here. Do you want to come on for another segment?
I got to get back to work. I got some work.
Okay. All right.
Wrap up to do myself. But
awesome.
Thank you so much for having me on. It's been a pleasure.
Oh man, it's great. You sound great on the air too. This is Taylor Hamby. She is the. Tell me your title again.
I'm the web editor at OC Weekly.
Hey, do you think Gustavo would take me back if I started writing again, or do you think I burned that bridge?
You'll have to ask him, man.
All right, Taylor, you're awesome. Thanks so much for being on and telling us about Coachella, and you have fun there, okay?
All right, thanks.
Thanks, Taylor.
Okay, talk to you soon.
Bye, Portman.
Bye-bye. Take care, babe. All right, we will be back right after this with more here on The Poor Man Show.
Injured at your job? Abused by your boss? Fired? My radio show sponsor, workers' comp attorney Scott Schwartz, will help at no cost. Go to his website, SoCalWorkComp.com, or give him a call, 818-350-2658. He doesn't charge you anything unless he makes a recovery.
Hey everybody, Pat Matthews here. When I'm not doing the production of the new Poor Man Show here on KCAA 1050 AM, I'm programming my internet radio station, Beatles-orama. It's been my pleasure to keep the spirit of the Beatles alive for the past 13 plus years, hosting my morning show Monday through Friday and running the greatest tribute station on the web. So, if you've never heard us, go to Beatlesorama.com and click on the Player Start button. And if you're already a listener, all of us here at Beatles-orama, thank you. Enjoy and sell the world's most perfect coffee. Javita invites you to sit down and enjoy a cup of their coffee with your family, friends, coworkers, and business contacts, and then share the Javita opportunity. Help spread the word about coffee that boosts your metabolism to speed up the body's fat-burning processes while helping you to maintain better focus. It's delicious and could earn you a steady income at the same time. Javita offers you a chance to make social marketing work for you. You'll be paid to drink and share coffee. How great is that? Call 626-478-7923. That's 626-478-7923. Or go to javita.com/coffee, the number 4, Life 315. Javita Coffee. As heard on Little Steven's Underground Garage, it's the straight-ahead rock of LA's own, the 4019. Rock and roll like it was meant to be played.
Well, she's no good, she's no good.
Get the music at the4019s.com. Spell it, the4019s.com. See them live Saturday, May 2nd, along with Billy Bob Thornton's Boxmasters at Monte d'Oro Winery in Temecula. Go to the4019s.com and have yourself one hell of a good time.
Have a good time.
The bumper music you're listening to right now is provided by the 4019s. Go to their website, the4019s.com.
And we are back here on the Poor Man Show. I'll tell you my troubles. We've been trying to get people to call in from the Inland Empire. And you know how that goes when we try to get people to call this show. Hello, Inland Empires. Anybody out there that wants to call our show? Oh,
Hey.
excuse me. I better yell out of my apartment here in New York where I broadcast from if you didn't know that. Here's our phone number, 888-909-1050. Tell us your troubles. Anything that's bothering you. Anybody in the Inland Empire. That's what we're going to try and do. Hopefully we are going to also get some response to this story, which Trevor nicely sent to me. Again, anybody who wants... Is anybody calling in?
No, not yet.
Okay, well, you know what I used to do when people didn't call in? I would have dead air on the show until people called in. So, but we want people that are in the Inland Empire, not disputing all the people that listen online,
No,
which I
but
know there are
we're
people who listen
in
online.
your neighborhood. We want to hear from you. It's a community, and we're trying to build that here with this radio station and Poor Man's Show. So,
And the reason she's being so nice is because she knows I'll get really angry here in a minute because we're doing a radio show and we can't get anybody to call in from our listening audience. That's really inspiring.
I do have some San Diego Safari Pass tickets that Mark has given me to give out, but he wanted us to tease it today. So I apologize for not saying anything earlier. But he wanted us to tease it today.
What's the San Diego Safari?
San Diego Zoo or the Safari Park.
Oh, okay.
So you take your pick. And
all right, so this is going to be the real challenge. The first person to call in, okay.
Do we want to do that now?
I hate to break this down really technically, but I'm going to. It's got to be somebody that I've never called the show before. And also, they've got to be calling from the Inland Empire. Can we give away a pair of those passes?
Yeah, we can. We certainly can.
All right.
And remember, you will know because you have to show your ID when you come and pick up the tickets. So we will know.
You have to be from the Inland Empire. So if you just happen to be cruising by this station and want to win a pair of passes to the San Diego Safari at the San Diego Zoo, the phone number is 888-909-1050. 888-909-1050.
And if not, I'm just going to go. I'm just going to take a few friends and
No,
we'll go.
if not, we're just going to spend every single show from now until we finally get people calling in from the Inland Empire. I don't care how long it is.
We have a call. But
that's probably Radio Hindenburg. That's okay, because I'm going to tell you my troubles. Go ahead and throw them on. It's probably a guy who will say Radio Hindenburg.
Kcaa, you are... Hold on. I'm retarded
Put whoever it is on.
Yeah,
I want to see the
you're
lines
live on the air.
blazing.
Hey, how's it going?
Fine, who's this?
Whoa, you aren't Radio Hindenburg?
Yeah.
I'm waiting.
Who is this?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Hi, who's this?
This is Veronica
Where are you calling from, Veronica?
from Eastville, California.
Are you kidding me?
From where?
Eastvale.
Is Eastvale's in the Inland Empire?
Yeah, it's. Correct me if I'm not mistaken, Veronica. It's one of the newer incorporated cities. Yes. Yep.
Veronica. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, a call from the Inland Empire.
Yes. Is it?
Yes. Yes. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord.
All right.
Oh my goodness.
So Veronica, I'm supposed
You're the winner. You're going to go to the San Diego Zoo. Congrats on that. A pair of passes. And is this your first time hearing our show?
Yes.
We've just broke in a new virgin.
Oh yeah.
Wow. All right. So this is what it is. It's a 2 one-day passes, Veronica. 2 one-day passes. They expire June 11th, 2015. So if you are, well, we can talk off the air if you like, and I can get some information out to you. All right? But yeah.
Hey, Veronica.
Yes.
Tell me your troubles. What's bothering you? Di and I are going to give you advice. What is something? I always talk about mine. Mine are, we have a lot of my fans who are there's a love-hate relationship. They always harass me. That's my troubles. But tell me what is bothering you, and let's see if we can help you. Anything.
Any troubles. It doesn't even have to be love troubles, right? We'll
It could
take
be
anything at this
anything.
point.
Anything. And if you don't have any, that's good too, man. Maybe we need to be smoking what you're smoking.
Veronica, what made you listen today?
Well, no. Well, hold on.
Okay.
Do you have any
She's
troubles?
still thinking.
I don't think of any troubles I want to share right now.
Okay. Okay. So what? Yeah, that's a good question. What made you stop and listen? The giveaway, or the interesting commentary,
Veronica.
or none of the above?
Are you breaking up? You're breaking up.
Well, I am. But I can't tell you who it's with.
We're both a little slow.
The phone call was breaking up. I didn't hear.
Okay. No, I was just wondering what made you decide to call in today.
Oh, a friend of mine called me to tell me you guys needed someone to call in from the IE.
Who was your friend?
But it took the tickets for you to call.
Who is your friend?
Hey, Poorman, what's up? This is Mike.
Mike from Moreno Valley?
No, Mike in Eastville.
Oh,
awesome. Hey, Mike, I don't even know you, do I?
No, I'm a big fan of yours, actually. I used to listen to you on, like, K-Rock, which is whack now, and over at Groove Radio.
Wow,
Awesome.
dude. If you listen to me at Groove Radio, that is unbelievable, because that show really didn't go anywhere, but it was EDM back in the 90s, before there ever was an EDM scene.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm glad you're actually back on the air, you know?
Oh, well, thanks. Well, you know what? We got to spread it around the Inland Empire. We've actually got Trevor, who helps us out with the show. Used to be my producer when I first went to KCAA, and he's got us. Have you guys heard of the Desert Shoppers green and white sheet? It's kind of a throwaway paper, but a lot of people read it, I guess. Have you heard of that?
You know what? I think I have. It's just like a one-sheet paper, right?
I think it's like a penny saver kind of thing. But we're going to have an ad in there. It comes out Thursday, like a quarter-page thing with my picture smoking a cigar, and hopefully we'll get the word out in the IE to tell people to come on our show and be part of it.
Yeah, so we appreciate it.
Hey, give me a call. I'll be a part of your show.
Oh, we'd love it. We would love it. You're already going to get the passes. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. Why don't you hold on? And what was that, Di?
Can I get a pair too?
I'll give you each a pair. I don't care. It's up to Di. Can we do 2 pairs?
I suppose, and then we have nothing left, so we're just going to rely on our wit for people to call.
If we rely on our wit, we may never get a call again.
That's what I'm saying. Should we go for a break and let me get some information from these guys?
Yeah, get some information. I could think of if we rely on something that rhymes with wit that starts with SH, but we can't say that on the air.
No. All right, you guys hold on the line.
Yes. All right, thanks, you guys. You guys are awesome. Congratulations. We'll be back with more after this.
Thank you.
Razor Rooter Plumbing is your fast, affordable plumbing service in Southern California. If your drains need fixing, give them a call. They tackle the toughest drain jobs every day. They do sewer repair and full sewer replacement and give better deals than the other guys, sometimes up to 2/3 off. Call 626-377-4556 for all your plumbing problems, or go online to cheapplumbingservice.com. They're on call around the clock, so call 626-377-4556. That's 626-377-4556. Razor Rooter Plumbing. The music of Kcaa-Poorman. His second album, Atmospheric Disturbances. The powerful melodic energy that is Kcaa-Poorman. On the college radio charts for months, Atmospheric Disturbances. Discover Kcaa-Poorman. Buy the CD at Target stores and online at Amazon.com. Downloads available in the iTunes Store. Get more info at Kcaa-Poorman.com. All legal cases are different. Hiring the right lawyer can make all the difference in the outcome of your case. Whether it's a DUI, divorce, or family law, the law firm of Hanson, Gorey, and Bradford and Hanich has the solution. From misdemeanor to felony offenses, Hanson, Gorey, and Bradford and Hanich have more than 50 years of collective legal experience to win for you. Call right now to schedule a free no-obligation case consultation today. 951-687-6003, 951-687-6003, or see for yourself at hgblawyers.com. Do it now. Have you ever wanted to bring the beauty of the ocean right into your home or office? Or already have an aquarium and just no time to clean it? Let Scuba Steve's Fish take care of that for you, specializing in new aquarium setups and maintenance. That's scubastevesfish.net, 714-600-2739. Check out the website at scubastevesfish.net. That's scubastevesfish.net. Get it? Fish.net? Serving Orange County and parts of the Inland Empire. There's nothing worse than a dirty aquarium. scubastevesfish.net. Bumpers on the Poor Man Show are provided by Kcaa-Poorman Music. Go to Kcaa-Poorman.com.
All right, it's time to get serious here. I want to tell you guys about this Cuban cruise that's happening, but I think it's more important right now to take you to a news story. I don't know when this thing happened, quite honestly, but it's quite disturbing. And if you have young children in the car, I would strongly recommend turning the volume up. This is the headline. Woman smokes PCP for the first time, chews off boyfriend's penis. Now, and then there's a picture of the boyfriend, I guess, and a stained with red carpet. And it took place in Dallas, Texas.
Wow.
I'll read this to you, Di, and then you can react. All right?
All right.
And also, anybody in the Inland Empire who wants to call in, we have no more prizes. You could just react to someone chewing off their boyfriend's unit. All right? A 25-year-old man, Alan Candelario, is heard crying and screaming for help while someone in the back is growling and barking in a very disturbing 911 call. Candelario was rushed to the emergency room and is in stable condition, police were told, by the victim, his girlfriend. Wow. They had smoked PCP together for the first time. He tells police the last thing he remembers telling his girlfriend, Jessica Alvarado, and then it's some sort of, I guess, rap, hip-hop statement. What that mouth do, though, is what he said, whatever that means. And when he pulled his pants down, I don't think we can get in trouble with the FCC over this. Do you, Di?
Well, I'll put my finger right by the dump button there.
Okay, there's no swearing.
Oh, okay.
And when he pulled his pants down, Jessica started barking. And he didn't expect her to do the following. Chew on his genitalia. Investigators at the scene say, we found the... You could say penis on the air, right? That's okay?
Yeah, I think that's fine.
We found the penis on the victim's carpet. It looked like a dog's chew toy. No charges have been set towards Jessica, but she is in custody at the moment. Family and friends of Jessica at the scene say this is not her. She is a nice and humble person. Everyone in the community is shocked.
Till she goes on PCP.
Right, until you're on PCP and you decide to have oral sex with your boyfriend and maybe she was hungry. I don't know. I haven't done PCP. That is a very disturbing story.
Especially if you're a guy, I imagine.
Yeah, especially if you're that guy.
Yeah.
Now, I can tell you, and again, we're going in places that AM radio usually doesn't dwell, but I had a girlfriend once who had braces that didn't know how to do that kind of action, shall we say, smoothly and gently. And there was a little bit of chewage going on, and it was excruciating, but it didn't amount to what we just heard. But
did you stop her?
Pardon me?
Did you stop her?
I think I did, like maybe the second or third time. She would do it every time. But in this case, wouldn't you think the guy, before he had his unit completely chewed off, that he would be able to say, "Can you please stop"? Or do you think they were so high they didn't know?
They probably were both so high. That's what it sounds like. Because any other man would have been like, "Stop, stop."
And by the way, for those of you who think everything we do is made up on this show, this is actually an article that was sent to me, and it's from a publication. My accountant, Derek, in Temecula, which, of course, by the way, we're promoting Temecula huge on this show. So people in Temecula should start listening. Derek, my accountant who lives there, says maybe the PCP gave her the munchies. I honestly, I've never done PCP. Have you?
I haven't either. Nope.
I've tried Coke. That doesn't give you the munchies.
Nope.
Cocaine does the opposite.
Right.
Have you ever done Coke?
I've done some hard drugs. I don't know if I should dispel all my truths.
Did you shoot up heroin ever?
No, I've never done anything like that. No.
I took acid once or twice, but I flipped out. So that wasn't, my mind already is unstable enough without. I did that. Have you done that? Do you ever do acid?
Yeah, I've done that, and that's a fun drug. But I don't recommend it. I'm certain. No, it was many years ago, and we
used to in my fraternity in college. The whole fraternity would take acid. There were like 30 people in the house would do it all at the same time.
I loved it. We just laughed over the silliest, stupidest things ever, and we would just laugh, and you would come down, and your face would just be so sore from laughing for just hours.
See, that you obviously could handle it. With me, I flipped out and became a vegetable the next day.
Maybe you just didn't have the right stuff.
Huh?
Maybe you just didn't have the right stuff.
Either that or I'd been studying for exams for 4 days, and I had taken speed, so I'd stayed up on speed studying for exams. Then I was smoking pot, snorted some Coke, and then I took the acid.
Yeah, maybe it was a bad mix.
Right, but I was 19 at the time. I'll never forget that. I the next day I couldn't talk. I thought that my brain was fried forever. Honestly, it was really. Yeah. But other people took it and like you and had good experiences.
Oh yeah, too good. In fact, I have a driver's ed story. I don't know if we have enough time, but I took it in driver's ed. We used to have that in school way back when, and I lived in St. Louis before we moved out to California. So I just remember. I was going to go home sick, and my friend Andrea says, no, Di, you can't go home. You can't. Nancy already went home. So that would have left Andrea alone in the car. So she talked me into it. Do you know, I knocked down every single orange cone that we encountered. And when we got done, when class was over, we're all walking away, and I'm trying to walk as fast as I can. And all I hear is, Miss Bush, would you get back here? And so
And you were on acid when you were doing this?
I was. We'd come back from lunch and, just totally.
So this was in high school?
This was in high school. Yep.
During driver's ed. That's phenomenal.
No, it was
that's
before
good.
driver's ed. The plan was I was not going to get behind the wheel of the car until Miss Andrea talked to me about it. So.
Well, you should have told her, listen, I just took some acid, Miss Andrea.
Oh, I did. But I still felt badly because she was going to be driving by herself. So,
wow.
Yeah, crazy.
That I wouldn't. I'm just being facetious on that. I wouldn't tell a teacher. But anyway.
No, I didn't tell the teacher. The teacher had no idea, and I just I didn't let on to what was wrong.
Okay. All right. We got to take one more commercial break here, and then we'll finish off the show.
Enjoy and sell the world's most perfect coffee. Javita invites you to sit down and enjoy a cup of their coffee with your family, friends, coworkers, and business contacts, and then share the Javita opportunity. Help spread the word about coffee that boosts your metabolism to speed up the body's fat-burning processes while helping you to maintain better focus. It's delicious and could earn you a steady income at the same time. Javita offers you a chance to make social marketing work for you. You'll be paid to drink and share coffee. How great is that? Call 626-478-7923. That's 626-478-7923. Or go to javita.com/coffee, the number 4, Life 315. Javita Coffee. Hey everybody, Pat Matthews here. When I'm not doing the production of the new Poor Man Show here on KCAA 1050 AM, I'm programming my internet radio station, Beatles-orama. It's been my pleasure to keep the spirit of the Beatles alive for the past 13 plus years, hosting my morning show Monday through Friday and running the greatest tribute station on the web. So if you've never heard us, go to BeatlesArama.com and click on the player start button. And if you're already a listener, all of us here at Beatlesarama, thank you. Are you an actor, or do you want to be an actor? Get to know the ins and outs of the business from one of Hollywood's top casting agents, Jeff Olin, every Thursday on the new Poor Man Show right here on KCAA 1050 AM. Tune in for Casting Call with Jeff Olin. Specializing in extras casting, Jeff has what it takes to get good actors the break they need. Starting in the early 90s with Pulp Fiction, Jeff's credits include Grey's Anatomy, Medium, License to Wed, Going the Distance, and more. Check out their Facebook page, Jeff Olin Casting and Productions, and be listening every Thursday for Casting Call with Jeff Olin.
Injured at your job? Abused by your boss? Fired? My radio show sponsor, workers' comp attorney Scott Schwartz, will help at no cost. Go to his website, SoCalWorkComp.com, or give him a call, 818-350-2658. He doesn't charge you anything unless he makes a recovery.
The bumper music you're listening to right now is provided by the 4019s. Go to their website, the4019s.com.
And this is the music of the 4019s. They're in concert May 2nd with the Foxmaster, Billy Bob Thornton's band at the Monte de Oro Winery. I plan to be there. Real quickly, Di, you were just talking about you and your friend Andrea were in driver's ed class behind the wheel and you'd taken acid.
And
it's
parallel
really
parking.
funny that, is that right?
Yeah.
What's really interesting is once people become moms, or you can turn off the music for a second if you want. Once everybody becomes a mom, all of a sudden these moms forget what they were like when they were teenagers. That's the point I wanted to make. Like now you have kids,
Oh, that's a good
and when
subject.
your kids do the same kind of thing, you get all angry, even though so many women when they were single were sluts, and then if their daughters are that way or they're into drugs, they
10
can't accept
seconds.
that.
5
right?
seconds. 5 seconds. Well, fortunately, I didn't have daughters. I had sons.
Yeah, that helps.
So I got lucky.
By the way, this band that plays Coachella again this weekend, we're rerunning the show where I interview
Gotta
Angus
go.
from AC/DC on tomorrow's show. It's a repeat, but you'll like it. And it's the real Angus, right?
Right. Bye.
KCAA Loma Linda, your CNBC news station for the Inland Empire.
Vash reports Rubio's campaign has been struggling to get attention the last few days because of Hillary Clinton's announcement.
They put out another video a couple of days ago that was kind of like his greatest hits of all of his speeches. So, they're definitely trying to kind of get into the conversation.
More police officers in North Charleston, South Carolina could be charged in the shooting death of unarmed Walter Scott. National correspondent Nick Valencia on why at least one officer may be in trouble.
He may have been complicit in a cover-up when he chose to document in his police report the version of the events that Officer Slager wrote on his police report.
It's a no-go for the SpaceX rocket launch at Cape Canaveral, set to bring supplies and a special espresso maker to the space station. Weather the issue. I'm Michael Toscano.
My name is Ethan North. I'm a breakfast defector. I am reaching out to anyone trapped in their AM routine. We'll be at Taco Bell every morning starting at 7 a.m. If you're tired of eating sandwiches shaped like circles, we can provide something deliciously different. Like the biscuit taco, crispy chicken and a warm, fluffy biscuit with jalapeno honey. Breakfast shouldn't put you to sleep. Stop yawning. Defect to the next generation of breakfast at Taco Bell. Wake up, live Moss. At participating locations.
Did you have a baby last year? Or did you not have a baby last year despite all the subtle hints your mom kept dropping? Like building that crib and asking for a #1 grandma mug for Christmas, even though that's not how it works. You can't just ask to be awarded #1 grandma. No matter what you went through last year, answering questions like, did you have a baby, is much simpler. Intuit TurboTax. It's amazing what you're capable of.
Good afternoon. It's 3:02, and I'm Di Rice with the only live local news in the Inland Empire on KCAA 1050 AM. 10 deputies have been put on unpaid administrative leave while the district attorney investigates a case in which the deputies were videotaped beating and kicking a wanted man in Apple Valley. The suspects likened the beating to the infamous video of the cops in the Rodney King beating of Los Angeles. And that was according to Pusak's attorney. He referred to the deputies as thugs. 30-year-old Francis Jared Pusak was originally wanted in connection with identity theft. Now he is in custody on charges of evading officers, stealing a horse, and reckless driving. The incident occurred last Thursday afternoon. A Guatemalan national has avoided the death penalty by accepting a plea bargain for the brutal murders of his ex-girlfriend and their 2 young children. Sylvan Rodriguez pleaded guilty in Superior Court last week and will receive a no-parole prison term at his sentencing May 8th. Laura Reveriano had rejected Rodriguez's marriage proposal, then obtained a restraining order after Rodriguez threatened her and the children. They were fatally stabbed at Reveriano's friend's house in Riverside in 2012. Inland Empire weather, nice and some high clouds, though, out there. Tomorrow's high expected to be about 79. Overnight, we're going to drop down to about 50.